Welcome to the Halloween Power Hour episode of the Judgies, where we get scary drunk and read scary stories. Real quick, Erika, how much dollars do you think I spent on this? Price is Right rules.
Total?
Yep. On the hat and the shirt.
Ooh, there's a hat. I didn't even pay attention to the hat.
I'm going 65.72.
Spirit Halloween.
You got it at Spirit Halloween?
Correct.
Okay, so the shirt's $28.23. The hat probably another $25. That's gonna be $53. Let's do $54.12.
Price is Right rules?
Yeah.
1 cent.
It was $48. I did donate $5 to a children's hospital.
Wait.
Hold on.
So just this was $48. I don't know the exact cent, but it was 53.
That's crazy. I definitely didn't
so was
buy
he
it for
under?
myself.
I don't know.
I said
Let me
$53.12.
look at my bank statement.
Oh, shit, so I won.
That sucks to hear.
I feel like that was your strat all along.
Yeah, that was very smart. That's
It's good to go last.
What am I What am I doing?
looking at your bank statement.
Chase. I couldn't remember what my credit card was. Oh yeah, it's number 69.
What's the security code?
Brain didn't work for that one. Hello, boys. Hello, gals. And hello, non-binary ghouls. And welcome back to the scariest place on the internet. My name is Josh.
My name is Rick.
And my name is Christian.
And we are the
Judgies.
Judgies. Back and scarier than ever. That's right. This is our yearly Power Hour episode with our yearly guest, Jake. Here comes Jake. He is not fake. And when you see him, you'll start to shake. Tremble in
boy.
fear.
Start over.
For he comes near. Here comes the man, the animal, Jake, the snake. Ooh. That's right, folks. If you're new here,
Did Jake's kid help you rhyme that one?
if you remember, that I
He
came up
could.
with that on the spot last year.
That's the same one?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
That was off the cuff
Boo.
last year?
yeah.
He went back and listened
nice.
to it and wrote it down. That's
did
actually
this-
really
I would
impressive.
have appreciated a new one.
Yeah.
Every returning guest gets the same poem.
one. Yeah. Come on, guys.
The only other example
Okay.
is Rachel. Rachel got the same poem twice.
I think we also kind of attacked him on that one, too. So it does seem right.
That's when I had a migraine. If you're new here, welcome. Hello. Don't start on this episode. If you're
Yeah.
new here, pick another episode.
Go somewhere
Literally.
else.
What we're going to do is we're going to be reading scary stories that we found on Reddit. Maybe one that we saw from our listeners. But if not, then we're going to do that over on the I didn't put on the board, don't push anything weekly bonus episode at patreon.com/judgiespod.
Weekly bonus episode.
No, you were supposed to start over.
Oh, shit. Ooh.
Weekly bonus episode.
But in the meantime, we're going to start what's called a power hour, which I will explain now. Every 60 seconds, you will hear a noise. I don't know if the noise is going to be good to hear for our listeners, so you might need to change it in post.
Okay.
It might suck, but this is the best noise I could find
Okay.
on an iPhone. iPhones don't have good power hour apps.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Androids do. I'm sorry.
Wah, wah, wah.
Sorry, Android users just know how to have a little bit more
Wait,
fun
you have
than
an iPhone now?
It's
uptight.
my work phone.
Oh, nice.
I got it for free from a loyal listener, Momo. So thank you, Momo.
Shouts out, Momo.
You're a cat.
Oh, Momo Dodo.
Momo Dodo, that's right. Jake, you got 10 seconds. Tell us what your deal is.
What's your deal, Jake?
What deal?
What's your deal?
What's the deal with this guy?
I don't
come
want to cut
on
you
this
off for 1
podcast.
second.
Okay.
Oh.
And now we will all
Ooh.
take a shot.
That
of
actually
beer.
was pleasant. I enjoyed that.
Oh, that's tasty.
And now you're thinking, Bush Light? Yuck. Wrong.
Ooh, that's yummy.
You're also thinking, a shot of beer? That's not that crazy. Over the course of the next 60 minutes, we will attempt, because we do have a track history of not finishing these.
Hey, speak for yourself, brother.
I'm speaking for Jake and Erika.
Rude. Mind your business.
That's 7.5 beers over the course hour. Course
okay.
of the next hour.
I don't drink beer. I have a neutral, not sponsored.
None of this is
unless you
sponsored.
wanted to.
If we got sponsored by Big Bush Light, that would be pretty chill, actually.
That'd be sick as hell.
I'd be down.
Jake, you got 10 seconds again. Tell us.
I'm Jake. I do stuff. That's it.
Great.
I come on this podcast and for the worst episode of the year.
Some would argue
Some
the best.
people's favorite.
Well, that's what Josh and I were talking about at
Oh,
dinner.
I-
It's either everyone's favorite or the ones that people just skip right over.
I did go through all of the past Power Hours and try to get a vibe for all of the comments. I will say overwhelmingly positive comments, except for 1 year, which was the year that Erika was sober.
Was that the
And-
second year?
Yeah, I think it was episode 77 or something like that. 72, something like that. And the comments didn't like that.
they didn't like that I was sober.
They didn't like that we were talking over you, believe it or not.
We were belligerent,
Shocking.
and you were trying to, kind of steer a show.
73.
Yeah.
Was it 73?
Well, this was the 21st episode, right?
Yeah, but
Plus 52.
I think it was 72. I think it was 1 week off.
Yeah.
But let's get into the scary stories. I have a scary story. There's a little bit of lore behind this story, believe it or not. This is from r/nosleep.
Okay, spooky.
This is a post that I found in circa 2018. If I had to take a guess, fuck.
He's already drunk, folks.
And when I read it at work, I was, fuck, this was posted in August 2021. There's no way.
That's so embarrassing
That's
for
so
you. That's so
embarrassing.
embarrassing for
5
you.
years ago. No. Okay. So this was posted in 2019. When I read this the first time at work, I was like, holy shit, this is terrifying.
Literally quivering in his boots.
I literally was like,
Steel-toed, actually.
composite, actually. They're safer.
And warmer.
And warmer. That's right. I was a safety officer. I knew what I was doing.
Anyways,
So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it. Now, No Sleep is a subreddit for fake stories. They're like writing prompts,
Yeah.
which removes a little bit of the scariness to it. But because I thought it was real when I first read it.
I thought the same thing about No Sleep, and then I read one where I was like, what the fuck's going on here?
But I can't believe I almost skipped the most important part of the episode and why this is unlistenable. Apart from us getting drunk, apart from us burping into the mic incessantly.
we haven't even done that yet.
Not yet. I will say the volume's feeling nice this year. I know we're only 4 shots in.
I was going to say, we're pretty early in the beat.
I'm 5 shots in. I did take a shot before.
We had to do a practice shot to make sure his
was a
volume
test.
was correct.
We have the glorious soundboard. Now, let me do the tour here.
Thank God, because I was like,
We have the classic double clap. You got to have the double clap.
okay.
I forgot where the buttons are. I know I'm not pushing that one. Here's this one I made. Nope. I didn't make that one.
Classic, though.
That's
An
just-
absolute classic.
7 seconds of Scooby-Doo running away. Here's this one I made. That's right. Audio
And now we're
engineer-
getting copyrighted.
audio engineer Josh went to the studio and made that.
Fuck, are we going to get copyrighted? I'm the L.
Lisa Al Ghalib. I don't remember how it said. We got the classic,
Yeah.
and then Vine Boom, and then this
Genuine.
one. No, and then we have this last one, which I will play at the beginning. It's sort of like a stinger to put us into a story. Are we done with all the prefacing?
I did so many shots in Atlanta, and this is really difficult for me.
I'm also wearing Hawk Tua gear for Hawktober. So let's hit this little stinger before this first story.
Ooh. Is this also 7 seconds?
Is 7 seconds the max?
No.
I just took a shot instinctively.
You almost made me take a shot because Christian reached for it and I was like, "Oh, did it go off?"
I was thinking the same thing.
I was
Ooh,
just preparing.
can we do a shot glass tour?
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I will have to replay this though before we get into this
Excuse
thing.
me.
I've got a Colts shot glass.
It's so long. Is it the length of your story?
I have a season's greetings shot glass.
Jake?
This is
I
crazy.
have Donald Duck, famously called O'Toodles, and he brought it here for the.
Oh, toodles.
See, he's got it.
I have big dick energy.
Big Rick energy.
Big Rick energy over here.
Okay, so again,
Whichever
the
you
stinger
prefer.
for the story.
No, I'm just curious because that felt like it was about 40 something seconds long.
Hang on, are we off the rails already?
What?
This is another copyright violation.
Yeah, I don't
this
know.
one's-
I don't know how the copyright's gonna work with Goosebump theme song.
This one might suck.
Little behind the scenes, peek behind the curtains. Aurora forced me to have this on the board. She said it would be so funny if we have the entire Goosebumps theme song on the board.
She was right.
And the best part is when Christian inevitably fat fingers it, because I did put it right next to the applause, we can't stop it once it goes.
That's so sick.
Beautiful.
I can only start it over. Hell yeah, dude.
My sugar daddy asks me for weird favors. His Tinder profile said he was 45, but he looked to be in his early 30s at most. Looking for a sugar baby, $700 weekly. No sex.
Weekly? No sex?
No sex.
Dream gig.
Sign me up. Truly.
It sounded too good to be true. But as a broke university student, I was willing to take my chances. I swiped right, and Tinder let me know it was a match. His message came seconds later. Hey there, sweetheart, smiley face. I cringed at that word. I hated it. But $700 was $700, so I sucked it up and replied, hey, winky smiley face. His name was Jack, and he told me he owned his own business, although he never specified what kind of business it was. We talked for a while before he asked for my Venmo to send me my first payment.
Same day?
What the heck?
Oh, you've never heard of Himov Carpentry?
Isn't it me off?
Fucking check me off carpentry. After a few, you still there? He says. Nope, sorry. After a few minutes, I got the notification. I stared at the $700 for at least 20 minutes, expecting to wake up from a dream at any second. But it wasn't a dream. You still there? I clicked on the message. Yeah, sorry. If you don't mind me asking, what are you looking for in return? I stared at the chat until he replied. I'm just looking for you to do a few favors for me, smiley face. That sounded like it was going to be sexual to me. Like what?
Plus, it's on Tinder. Like, that feels sexual in and of itself.
For example, the first thing I need you to do is pick up a delivery. Sounded innocent enough.
Is it drugs?
But I'd rather... What the hell? I'm already lost in the sauce.
Oh boy.
But I was still expecting there to be some kind of twist. $700 to pick up a package? I mean, come on. Even I wasn't that naive. From the post office or something? I replied. No. I'll send you the address, but I'd rather not do this through Tinder. You got Kick? Or you can give me your number. Kick? What was this, 2011? I decided to give him my
streaming
number
site?
instead, and he texted me the address immediately.
The streaming site?
No, the messaging app. KIK. I decided to give my number, and he texted me the address immediately, followed by the address to his house, where I would have to drop off the package. I'm not home right now, Jack said, but there's a key on the bottom of the blue flower pot near the door. Go inside and put the package on the coffee table in the living room. Make sure that you lock the door when you go inside the house, and then lock it again when you leave. I grabbed my car keys and wallet and got into my car, putting the address onto Google Maps. Got it. On my way.
She's getting $700 a week to DoorDash? That's crazy.
My phone buzzed as I backed out of my driveway. I'm serious. Lock the door both times. Please. I thought that was a little excessive, but I promised that I would. The house looked abandoned. It had a broken chain link fence around it with a small door that was hanging on to dear life. It stuck out like a sore thumb, surrounded by houses that were a lot nicer than this one in comparison. You here for jack shit? I looked up to see a man standing in the open doorway of the house. He took up almost the entire space, his head skimming the top of the doorframe. He was huge in height and muscles, and his entire torso was covered in tattoos. Yeah, I guess.
Okay, dreamy.
I replied, not moving from my spot on the sidewalk. Stay right there, he said. I did. I actually don't think I would have moved if he had asked me to. I looked around and realized that there was no one else on the street. I was a 21-year-old woman alone in the street. I gripped my car keys. A few minutes later, the man came back out carrying a cardboard box. It was about the size of a shoebox, but stained and damp on some of the corners. Can you open your car? He asked. I opened the trunk, not wanting that inside on my car seats, and then he set it in. All right, there you go. Thanks, I replied. I walked around to the driver's side of the car and opened the door. Oh, and one more thing, he said. Watch out.
The fuck does that mean?
I didn't reply. I blasted my... There's a movie called Out. It's really good. It just came out, and he's like, you gotta watch out.
Boo.
I'm wearing a Hawk Tua shirt. Cut me some slack here.
Absolutely not.
You don't want Haley Welch on our podcast?
Sure.
Wait, please.
She won't cut you slack either.
Do you know how to spell her name? Do you?
It's got an I in it.
Haliey. I blasted my music as I drove to Jack's house, hoping it would drown out my anxiety.
It doesn't.
It didn't.
Never does.
It didn't help that it was like Limp Bizkit. You know?
Yeah.
It's just one of those days.
It was a huge house with stone pillars on the front porch and the greenest grass I'd ever seen in my life. I turned the car off and I got out.
Come on. It's always greener.
I grabbed the package and walked to the front door, getting the key from where he said it would be.
This is crazy.
I opened how many?
I forget how the power hour goes.
We're a quarter of the way done, folks. I opened the door and stepped in, closing it behind me. I thought about what he had said about locking the door when I got inside, and I thought that was a little overboard, but as I stared at the closed door, something made me reach out and lock it. I walked inside, my feet cushioned by the thick maroon carpet, and admired the inside of the house. All the furniture was wooden and looked incredibly expensive. I would probably finish school a dozen times with the money that it took to furnish this place. Set the package down on the coffee table, and as I walked back to the door, I heard a phone ringing from somewhere inside the house.
The
I
call
froze.
came from inside the house.
That's right. You can so get pregnant from a call coming from inside. I froze. In my pocket, my phone buzzed. I took it out to look. Don't answer any calls that aren't from Marvin,
The fuck's Marvin?
the Martian.
I hate you.
I
fucking hate you.
Put my phone back and followed the sound of the phone, poking my head into a few different rooms before I found it in an office. I walked over to the desk and looked at the caller ID. Incoming call from Jack. Odd. I grabbed my phone to look at the message again. I was starting to get a little bit creeped out and decided I wouldn't answer, just to be safe, and left the house, remembering to lock the door as I left. I've done a few more favors for Jack since then. I drove a BMW to a random park in another city, only to get out and drive a different car back to Jack's house. He had me meet one of his employees at lunch, who then gave me a briefcase to deliver to the first house that I had gone to and told me he would know if I looked inside. On several occasions, he asked me to drive down to that same house and stay with the guy, whose name was Julio, for a certain amount of time. In total, I've made about $3,500.
I gotta say that I feel like this doesn't fall under the umbrella of sugar baby.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, she's a courier.
Yeah, you're.
Not much sugar for this baby.
It's lots of sugar, but a lot of fucking work. I'd rather just have the sex, if I'm being honest.
Baby.
Jesus Christ.
His name's Julio. He's tatted up and jacked.
What, do I have to lay there? Okay. It's an easy $700. I'm just saying. It's easier than this bullshit. That's scary.
Hasn't even started being scary yet.
That's what I'm
We're not
saying,
even
dog.
we're not even halfway through the prologue of this yet.
Most recently, Jack asked me to stay in his house overnight.
May your screen chip and
God.
shatter.
I woke up to a text from him. I need you to spend the night at my house. I had never seen him in person, but I had talked to him on the phone a few times. He proceeded to tell me he would pay me $1,000 to spend the night at his house, provided that I followed a few rules.
Of course.
Take your shoes off at the door.
I drove to his house that evening. The driveway was empty, and it normally was, but the porch light was on. I walked
But
up,
nobody was home.
unlocked the door, went inside, and then locked it again. Everything in the house looked the same. Jack had told me over the phone that he would leave the list of rules on the dining room table. I set all my stuff down in the living room. My bags looked like garbage compared to the fancy furniture in there. I wandered into the kitchen, then to the dining room. Sure enough, there was a piece of paper on the wooden table held down by an empty glass. Lock the door when you come in. Only answer calls from Marvin. Don't turn any faucets on between 9 and 11 p.m. Coincidental.
But what if I have to pee at 9:05? I can't wash my hands?
It's gremlin rules. Come on.
Everyone worries about the food after midnight, but washing your hands at 10 o'clock, that's also gremlin. Don't open the door for anyone, no matter who they say they are, after 10 p.m. If the door to the closet at the end of the hall is open, sleep in the library. If closed, sleep in any of the bedrooms.
Did it just go off?
Mm-hmm.
The gardener comes at midnight. If he starts knocking on the
Fuck's
windows,
a garden cutter? What?
if he starts knocking on the windows, hide. Turn the TV on and let it play on static through the night. Do not forget to do this. Help yourself to anything in the fridge, smiley face. I'll pay you in the morning. Good night. I made sure to follow all the rules. To be honest, I was regretting my decision.
Yeah.
But seeing as I was already here and I was getting paid, I decided to stay anyway. I figured as long as I followed all the rules, I'd be perfectly fine. Nevertheless, I lounged around the house for a few hours as I was planning on going to sleep around 9, since that's the time all that weird shit would begin to happen.
That's a smart play.
At 8:50, I brushed my teeth using the faucet for the last time before 9. Time zones. She forgot about time
Oh,
zones.
no.
Oh no.
You're fine. I checked the closet in the hallway, and upon seeing that it was open, I moved my stuff into the library and got ready to sleep on the couch.
See, this is where I would fuck up because I'd be like, wait, am I supposed to... Wait, the door's closed, so I do this? What?
I locked the doors just in case and laid on the couch scrolling through my phone. I hadn't gotten any more messages from Jack, and I started to think up scenarios and reasons as to why he had such a strict, peculiar set of rules in his house.
Because it's fucking haunted, idiot.
I dozed off at some point because at exactly 10:16 p.m., I was woken up by the doorbell ringing. I was about to get up to check, but then I remembered the rule. Everybody say it with me. Don't open
answer
the
the
door
door
for
for
anybody,
anybody.
no matter who they say they are after 10 p.m.
Jake, you did not participate.
Yeah, I don't listen to what Josh tells me to do.
I love that attitude.
Free thinker.
It's fucked up. That's fucked up. I stayed on the couch trying not to move, paranoid that they would hear even the slightest sound. It's the police. Open up. I didn't move. Hello?
Where's
it's
your
the
warrant?
police. Open up and we're coming in.
That's a trap.
I still didn't move, but I could hear my heartbeat in my ears. There was silence for a while after that. Then
Sorry.
the doorbell rang again. Hey, it's Jack. Let me in.
Classic.
Okay, come on now.
Classic
It's a
Jack.
test.
It sounded like Jack, but still, I didn't get up. He would have a key, wouldn't he? Why would he need me to let him in? This continued for almost a full hour. Different people would ring the doorbell, announce themselves, and then disappear when I wouldn't respond. I was finally able to fall asleep, and the gardener never came. When I woke up the next morning, I heard someone in the kitchen. I got up slowly and unlocked the door as quietly as possible, taking my phone with me and walking across the living room and into the kitchen.
There's no way I would have slept.
Oh my god, no sleep.
That's why they call it no sleep. That's crazy.
Ooh.
That one's bad.
I
You
stopped.
got a full can to go through.
No, I don't. Give me a different flavor.
I stopped at the entrance and I peered in. It was Jack.
Classic lemonade.
He was standing in front of the stove, stirring something as the coffee machine brewed coffee on the counter behind him.
Throw that one over there. too,
Hey,
so we don't
good
accidentally use
morning, he said when he saw me. Hi, I replied, nervous. I have never seen him in person before, but he looked exactly like his pictures online.
That's a good sign, at least.
Scrambled eggs? He asked, motioning to the pan with a wooden spoon. Yeah, thanks, I replied, walking over to take the plate from him.
I bet that's exactly how she sounded.
I ate my breakfast and drank some coffee in silence.
She's just blippy.
Hey! So, how was it? He asked. It was okay.
They're coming on quick now.
Nothing super freaky.
We hit
happened.
20, now they're coming on quick.
That tends to happen.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's the volume that gets you, really.
He replied. There was an awkwardness in the room. I think I'm going to go now. I have class. I didn't, but I really wanted to get out of there. Oh, no, yeah, sure. I'll talk to you some other time, he replied. I grabbed my stuff and he walked me to my car. I could see him standing in the driveway staring at me as I left. When I got home, I unpacked all my stuff and noticed that I still had the list with me. Sat on my bed, read it again, felt my body tense up as I realized I had forgotten something. Turn the TV on and let it play static through the night. Do not forget to do this. Turn the TV on and let it play static through the night. Do not forget to do this.
And she
do not
forgot.
forget to do this.
Is that how many times it actually said that?
Yeah.
On the note.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just reading what's written.
Oh.
I show you, it's blank. It's a mirror.
Oh my God, Black Mirror.
I stared at the words on the page until they lost meaning. Beside me, my phone buzzed, snapping me back to reality. It was the
There
$1,000
goes gravity.
payment. I looked at my phone and then back at the list. Maybe it wasn't an important step? As I was thinking this over, a text from Jack came in. Hey, I'm not in town right now. I should be back by next week, so if you're free from running any more errands for me until then, just sent the payment. Go do something fun, winky face.
I'm a little curious. I feel like he doesn't need to be in town for you to run the errands. So him taking a vacation doesn't seem like the errands would stop.
That's all he ever wanted.
Oh, I almost made that joke.
Editor, cut that out. Were you going to say something, Erika?
I was just going to say it's vacation was all he ever wanted.
I stared at the message and read it again and again. And once more for good measure, and then again for a second good measure. I'm not in town right now. I thought back to this morning and how Jack was in his house. He gave me breakfast. I'm not in town right now. Within minutes, a new text came in, this time from a number that I didn't recognize. Did you forget to do something, winky face? The text was followed by a picture of Jack standing in front of the TV. I didn't respond. Next came another picture. This one was the outside of my house. It was followed by another text. Watch out.
That's not how it ends, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, I need part 2.
how do I do? Where's Spooky? Where's ooh?
Middle.
That's grossed out. I need
Far
scared.
left. I read that story at work and I was scared shitless. And then I realized it was a fake story.
Doesn't that suck? Well, you didn't. Huh? How far into it? The end?
Yeah.
The TV part?
I think this
Yeah.
person wrote that with an ending in mind, or they're just like,
It's up to listener. Do I need to shoot this?
I mean,
because
it
I'm,
just dinged.
Did I ding? Did I shoot?
I don't know, did I?
I don't think
When
you
did it go?
Like 12 seconds ago.
20 seconds ago.
I don't think I did
I
mine
don't
either.
think I did this. So.
I'm pretty sure I did, and that's why it was empty.
Hey, lie to yourself, brother.
One last quick one, and then we'll throw it over to Christian, and then we'll throw it to a break, maybe.
I
And
thought
then-
we didn't take a break on this episode.
Well, we still need to place an ad. We're not going to take a break.
oh, all
For
right.
all you Judgies Patreon listeners, there won't be a break, so you can drink along with us. There's no edits on this episode.
Yeah,
Right.
unfortunately.
Normally, we have a lot of edits.
No,
a
we
lot.
don't.
It's like a 3-hour recording. We cut it down to 45, and then I play it on 0.75 speed to make
That's
you
not true.
fuckers think that it's an hour and 20 minutes.
Last year I had Christian put in Bender saying, I'm back, baby.
We made one edit. We make sue me. You know, I forgot to do something. I left the TV on, but not on static. I left the game on. The Colts were losing.
Imagine that.
So one last quick story, and then maybe the break, and then maybe Christian will read. What thoughts on that story, real quick?
I didn't like the ending. I
Hated
feel like the
the
ending
ending.
was
It was-
lacking.
It was a callback to the beginning when you all made fun of him saying, "Watch out."
Yeah.
Something to do with the gardener, right? She didn't see the gardener. She also didn't leave the TV on.
She also didn't lock the door when she left.
I was thinking that was what the problem was. He wouldn't have been able to follow her if he locked the door when she left.
This
she
is-
locked the door when he left.
Oh,
From r/scary stories.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Short stories.
Sorry. I mean,
more
you can
time.
read it.
r/short scary stories. You say it without fucking up.
Short scary stories.
R
Say it all
slash.
of
R
Boom.
slash.
R/short
Say
scary
it
stories.
like a
fast.
normal person.
R/short scary stories.
Yes! And I'm vindicated.
It did ding.
Oh,
Oh, what the hell?
Jennifer sipped on her can of beer and turned on the TV.
Us too, babe.
This was not her first time babysitting for the Smiths. And
Whoa,
she could have asked for
hold
a
on.
sweeter
Hold on.
gig.
Is this fucking clown story?
There's no clown in this story.
There's no clown in
God, I
this
hope it's a
story.
clown story.
There's no clown in
I
this
love
story.
Jack and Sally went to sleep very easily,
It's a
and their
fucking clown
parents
story,
paid
I know it.
handsomely.
Yeah.
On top of that, they had an entire separate fridge filled with sweet, sweet booze. Well, I've not mentioned the clown.
Sweet.
There is no
booze.
clown. If this is a story I'm thinking of, there's no fucking clown.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
She was sure.
We've
they
never
wouldn't-
read this story before.
He wouldn't miss one can. She just had to make one phone call first. Hello, Mr. Smith. I was wondering if I could cover that unsettling clown statue in your bedroom. We don't
fucker.
have any kids. The line went dead. That's the end.
What happened to
knew
get the
it.
clown statue and get the fuck out of there?
I was just the normal one. I forgot that was the ending. I had to read it. We read it every year.
We do read it every year.
It's the best short story ever told. Baby shoes worn a lot, actually, for donation.
Was that creepypasta? Originally,
It was, creepypasta.
Yeah. Sophomore year of college.
If you don't know.
What a
We're
time.
so old.
Yeah, I know.
No, we've been doing power hours for 12 years.
Guys, I threw out my back. I'm old.
Listen, the first time I threw out my bag, I was 25, so I feel you. Also, I was just in Atlanta for Pride.
Hot Lana.
Hot Atlanta. And I got fricked up. Oh, Caesar, if you're listening,
Shouts out
Caesar.
You plugged and you think he's listening?
Bad episode to listen to, Caesar. Sorry.
Caesar's a fan, and we met up. We took a selfie,
Whoa!
which he hasn't posted.
And bad selfie.
That's a possibility. Also, don't want to
Maybe.
blow up the spot, you know?
Yeah. Anyway.
Wait, were you just somewhere and he recognized you?
Well, I posted where I was at all weekend long.
Wait, who is Caesar?
Vaguely. Did
A random
fan.
Judgies fan.
Because I just think of Caesar Flickerman from The Hunger Games.
That's a really
wasn't
fun
him.
name.
I think of Caesar
Oh yeah,
from the
fucking
from
Caesar
the
Kroll
Kroll
show.
Here's the thing, though.
Hang
Erika
on, let her
didn't,
finish your story.
she didn't really post where she was at.
Yeah. Oh. No, I'm talking about the next day.
Oh, you did have one the next day?
Yeah.
She drunkenly posted, like, I'm in
you're-
Atlanta. If you're here, come meet me at... And then it had nowhere to meet her at.
My bad. I was drunk. Anyways, got drunk like 2 days in a row. And then the next morning, we were with a 24-year-old. My friend's niece was with us. And she's like, you just need some sunshine and fresh air. She's like, if you
Shut
open
the
those fucking
fuck
curtains, I'm
up.
going to break your kneecaps, Sierra. Like, fuck off.
A 24-year-old was trying to like
Yes.
be like, "Oh, you're old actually."
She's like, you just need some
Yeah.
sunshine. And I was like,
You
maybe
don't-
when I was 24, sunshine would have helped. But now I'm 30 and it's going to take 3 business days to recover.
I do fear we're getting too old for the podcast circuit.
Doesn't it scare you? A little bit.
Why
It's
do you
hard.
have to say that?
How was Caesar?
Oh, he's cool. His boyfriend was cool. I don't remember his boyfriend's name, though. My bad.
What are you gonna do when you have to go back to work?
Kill myself.
What?
When you are too old for
Excuse
this?
me?
That's scary.
I'm not gonna die.
That's real
I'm
scary.
gonna be dead. If everything goes according to plan, I'm not making it back to the corporate slave wage of my life.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's no going back.
I'll just be like a freaking dead guy or something.
I'll hit up Jack.
Yeah, Jack.
Him
Jack's
off?
got all of us. Ad break. Editor,
me
you're
off.
welcome. That's your ad break note. Christian, let's read some scary stories.
Okay, let's get into this.
Sorry that
Coming-
one was so long. It just was a lot of nostalgia in it.
You're gonna be mad because this one's also long. Coming to us straight from r//
really-
Let's Not
I
Meet.
should have peed before we started.
Yeah, it was a little.
That was a
Short-sighted.
Can I get some honest
No.
feedback?
Yes.
Yeah, let's
of
get some
course.
honest feedback.
I will gladly judge you.
I spent $50 on the Hawk Tua merch
Yeah.
and
55.
53.
Oh. More than a cent, I know that.
Don't forget me, sir.
and
Can I have another, sir? Please.
I feel like we didn't talk about it enough.
Yeah, we're not. Just wait for a couple episodes.
It's Hawktober. Can I tell you when I bought this? We went
got
to the
hawks?
store. It was the busiest I've ever seen Spirit Halloween. I've never seen so many people in Spirit Halloween.
I just take Olsen there to hang out.
Oh, he loves it.
Walk in.
Have you taken him there?
Yeah.
Yeah, just take him to hang out, dude. He loves it.
There's a lot of kids. Walk in. There's one Hawk Tua shirt left, and it's this one.
Damn.
and there was Hawk Tuah jumpsuits. And I was like, oh, sick, babe. And I look at Aurora, and she is ghost white. It's not Halloween.
Ghost.
And I get it because I went to go grab it off the shelf, and I felt my like heart drop to my asshole with how much internal cringe I had of having to now take this up to the cashier and pay for it.
DoorDash
Did you
it.
tell her, like, "No, it's for a bit"?
So I go up to the cashier.
That's a meme.
Aurora left the store. She's like, I cannot be with you.
I'm a very famous podcaster.
Yeah.
This is for a bit.
So Aurora goes back to the car.
Please believe me.
I do not blame her. And the guy who checked me out was like 19. He was very young, 19, 20 maybe. And he's like, hey, how's it going? He's like super
These
chill.
are coming fast.
Yeah, we're halfway. We're over halfway.
And I was like, oh, not bad. How about you? And he's like, not great. Tired. I need to stop this waking up at 2 a.m. thing.
Oh,
Which is such a strange time to be
we
like,
love an oversharer.
Is that just when the Spirit of Halloween open at 2 a.m.?
No,
and so I was like, oh, okay. And then he goes to, I had bunched this up so hard. And the tags were showing, so he just scanned the tags, and I was like, thank God he didn't see what
Don't
it
worry,
was.
I'll wear it out.
And he goes, yeah, I've been setting my alarm for 2 a.m. And then it goes off, and I'm like, I'm going to do martial arts. I'm going to start doing some crunches.
that sounds like 19-year-old enthusiasm.
Yes. It's very 24-year-old open up some blinds.
Yeah.
What's this button?
Fuck. I knew I put it on there. And he's like, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. He's like, yeah, and then I get up and I just don't do that. I'm like, okay, this seems like a you created problem. Just don't set the alarm for 2 a.m., bud. Like, and then
Why does it have to be 2?
and then he's like, do you want a bag for this?
How's he gonna get everything done?
2:20 is the best time to do martial arts.
2:30 is when you go to the dentist after getting your teeth punched out from doing martial arts. And there's something about this noise that really makes you not want to talk over it.
Yeah.
I know.
R slash.
No, this is so important.
Thank God. I just needed to get you like going here.
I was going. And then you hit the button.
We are meandering.
And then he said to me, do you want a bag for this? And I said, yes. I
Could
was
you
like,
quadruple bag it?
and at that point he had opened it up and I was like, I don't want to be seen carrying this out.
You said that out loud?
Yeah. And he's like, oh, when this came out, I wanted to buy it so bad. And I was like,
I mean, I don't want to be seen carrying it out because it's like carrying money out of a casino. I don't want to get jumped in the parking lot.
and I was like, yeah, I know, I'm buying it for a bit. And he's like, when this came out, I was so excited to buy it. But I was like, I can't. I got to buy a new car because my truck just got totaled in an accident. I was like,
Jesus
Overshared.
Christ.
This is crazy.
So you guys would have been bros.
Yeah.
if
Wait, was I supposed to drink this?
yes, Spirit Halloween worker, if you're watching this, I hope you get a new truck. So that's why I gave $5 to the children's hospital.
I fear we're a drink ahead now.
But they gave me a sign, like a thing to like sign and put up on the wall. So now there's a very poorly drawn Josh H on the wall of Spirit Halloween.
Josh fucking cutting me off, dude. What the fuck is this for?
All right, story over.
R slash let's not meet. Oh, sorry, don't want to. R slash. Let's get the dog barks.
We
That was pretty good.
Aurora taught me how to do it.
R slash let's not meet.
I just imagine the two of you like in the mirror and she's hyping you up like you can do this. Just go woo, 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 woo.
We were in.
You
the
got
car-
this, big dog.
We were in the car post
Big
Spirit
dog
Halloween
every day.
and I was like, I can't do that. And she's like, yeah, you can. And I go, woo, 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 woo. And I'm like, oh, okay, I can.
Okay. Now, before we get too lost in the spirit of Halloween, R slash let's not meet the smiling man from 12 years ago. This is an all-timer. This is a Hall of Fame let's not meet.
2012.
About 5 years ago, I lived downtown in a major city in the U.S.
2011.
I was about to wait.
2007.
Hang on. 12 years ago?
Well,
12 years ago and then 5
original
years
post,
ago.
and then 5 years, so 17 years ago.
Okay.
We were just young bucks. 13.
You couldn't pay me to go back.
We're so old.
I was graduating 8th grade.
Excuse me.
All right, lived in downtown of a major city in the U.S. I've always been a night person, so I would often find myself bored after my roommate, who was decidedly not a night person, went to sleep. To pass the time, I used to go for long walks and spend the time just thinking.
That's
What?
It's a Christian move.
Going on long walks and just thinking.
Yeah.
I used to just go ride my bike at night. I would be like, when I was in high school, nobody cares a little bit. When I was in high school, I would just go ride my bike late at night and just like be in my thoughts.
The pressure to perform when you have the phone in your hand is real.
It's hard.
Can I tell you that?
Yeah.
I don't have that problem. I don't have performance issues.
I'm saying when I'm drunk. That's very funny.
That actually makes it even easier for me.
Really?
Damn.
It's a flex.
That's crazy.
Jake,
Let me
how's
do a
your coming?
headstand right now. I'll do it.
How's my what?
Coming.
Yeah. What's your performance game like?
What's when's number 3?
I don't know. Officially worked twice. So that's all I know.
I spent 4 years like this, walking alone at night, and never once had a reason to feel afraid. I always used to joke with my roommate that even when the drug dealers in the city were were polite. Christian's drunk and he can't talk. Josh took too long.
It's the perfect pour.
But all of that changed in just a few minutes of one evening. It was a Wednesday, somewhere between 1 and 2 in the morning, and I was walking near a police patrolled park quite a ways from my apartment. It was a quiet night, even for a weeknight,
You didn't
with
hear squealing?
very little traffic and almost no one on foot.
I'm sorry.
I could smell bacon and
There
donuts,
it
but I
is.
don't.
There it is.
The park, as it was most nights, was completely empty.
There was just a ton of people standing around playing Subway Surfers.
Just a mud pit. What the hell's going on in here? I turned down a short side street in order to loop back to my apartment when I first noticed him.
Short side street.
From Powerpuff Girls?
Capital H or lowercase h?
Lowercase.
Okay.
Acronym or non?
God.
At
Just
the
God.
But there's only
Thank him.
one set of footprints.
Then I saw-
At the far end of the street, on my side, was the silhouette of a man dancing. It was a strange dance, similar to a waltz,
also a Christian thing.
but he finished each box with... You son of a bitch. But he finished each box with an odd forward stride. I guess you could say he was dance walking, headed straight for me. Deciding he was probably drunk, I stepped as close as I could to the road to give him the majority of the sidewalk to pass me. The closer he got, the more I realized how gracefully he was moving. Oh my God. He was very tall and lanky. This is so him.
This
Conan.
is him. He is him. He's Himothy.
Dancing the wings of a butterfly by him.
I realized how gracefully he was moving. He was very tall and lanky and wearing an old suit. He danced closer still until I could make out his face.
Closer still.
His eyes were wide open and wild, head tilted back slightly, looking off at the sky.
He danced closer still is the name of a hymn. I guarantee you there is a
Yeah.
psalm in Psalms
Yeah.
called He Danced Closer
Yeah.
Still.
His mouth was formed into a painfully wide cartoon smile. Holy shit, this is him. Between the eyes and the smile, I decided to cross the street before he danced any closer.
I love that this is probably a spooky story and we ruined it by
Yeah.
Powder Puff Girls-ing it
You're
This is an
welcome.
all-time spooky story on this subreddit.
12 years ago.
All time, though. I took my eyes off him to cross the empty street. As I reached the other side, suicide joke, I glanced back and then stopped dead in my tracks. He had stopped dancing and was standing with one foot in the street, perfectly parallel to me. He was facing me, but still looking skyward. Smile still wide on his lips.
This author's a real wordsmith.
Yeah,
Skyward impressed me as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we were all impressed by
I was
Skyward.
completely and utterly unnerved by this. They have a lot of time to think on their walks. I started walking again, but kept my eyes on the man. He didn't move. Once I had put about half a block between us, I turned away from him for a moment to watch the sidewalk in front of me. The street and the sidewalk ahead of me were completely empty. Still unnerved, I looked back to where he had been standing to find him gone. For the brief... There was a lack of soundboard going on. I thank you, Josh.
The warbling effect is from the Vine Boom.
Really?
Yeah, I repeated the tail end so it goes.
I noticed the warble.
Yeah. I'm a big Blaine fan. All my Glee heads will love that.
I really like the word warble.
Yeah. We had stuffed pepper soup for dinner, and it's not a good food to be burping.
We had
I'm
burgers.
struggling. Where'd you get food from?
We can't cut. We can't cut. I can't say.
Fine.
Let's just say there's a horror movie filmed after it. That's also very
with
they're very specific. We
I don't
pretty
know who the
much
fuck that
just
is.
said the place.
Oh,
Hey,
All of that's cut somehow.
it's
Editor,
just gonna be muted.
editor, thank
It's
you.
just gonna be. I'm gonna put actually.
they're
Wait, we
truly.
can't
Don't
I'll
know
find-
what movie it is.
I'll
you just don't know
find
what restaurant it is.
Editor Scooby Doo sound.
I don't know what movie it is, and I don't know what restaurant it is.
Nobody watches that movie.
Now I gotta cut all the mics because you talk so goddamn loud. It's probably cut on every single mic. That's probably on next week's episode.
It's because you're deaf, man. I'm sorry, I'm being inclusive by
You're
screaming.
being deaf.
It's deft.
Shut the fuck
I'm
up.
gonna kill myself. I'm going across the street.
Going across the street. It's such a funny evolution of button. I'm going across the street. Hey, I'm about to cross the street. I'm not looking both ways.
R.I.P. Liam Payne.
No!
What?
You can't. No!
Is that what
Is
happened?
that how that guy died?
Yeah.
No.
Got hit
he-
by a car?
No, he
No.
he fell out of a
Crossing
building.
the street?
Fell out of a
How do you
window.
fall out of a building?
We,
Was
On
it suicide?
purpose?
we don't know yet. Listeners might
You don't
know.
fall out of a building
This
on
is-
accident.
It was
I don't
in-
even know who this guy is.
He's from One Direction.
Let's get off this and
Sorry,
back
I'm
in the
sorry.
story.
Let's get back to him.
Okay.
I forgot who it was
I
him.
don't know. He's gone.
Who, him?
For the briefest moment, I felt relieved until I noticed him. We're drunk, guys. He had crossed the street. Oh no. And was now slightly crouched down. I couldn't tell for sure due to the distance and the shadows, but I was certain he was facing me.
I don't even know
I
what's
looked
happening.
away
It's
from
so-
him for no more than 10 seconds, so it's clear that he had moved fast. I'll get it for
Thank
you.
you.
So I
Moved
love
on
you.
fast. He's dead.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. him, dude.
Oh,
He moved fast. I was so shocked, and I stood there for some time staring at him. Then he started moving towards me again, and he took giant, exaggerated, tiptoed steps as if he was a cartoon character sneaking up on someone.
It's for sure him, right?
This is the most
That's how
him I've
him-
ever
that's how
heard.
Him move.
That's how him walks.
Oh, this one's
Oh.
that
Even
one's
worse
not-
than
I'm
the
done.
strawberry?
I'm done. That's
Is that the last of it?
yep.
Drink a beer.
Nope.
Damn,
I'm
that
done.
sucks. Which one? That
Erica,
blueberry? Go
there-
back to the strawberry. Maybe the
If you
strawberry's
want to
good
run
now.
downstairs, you still have Trulies in the fridge.
Run.
Yo.
Wait,
Run.
you got an unopened one right there.
Yeah, it's strawberry.
She doesn't
It's
like the
ass.
She don't like that flavor.
Oh, okay.
Can we pause?
No, he can't pause.
We'll pause it. Go.
What? Well, pause it. Oh wow,
Fell over.
wow, listeners, you're getting
You're getting the second
something,
cut.
a crazy experience. Right?
Drink
A
pee
second
if you gotta
cut.
pee.
Oh shit, that's a good idea.
A second cut.
There's a cut last year.
Was there?
I mean, there's an edit.
There was an edit. It was just me putting. I'm back, baby.
I'm back, baby.
Also, that was before the timer started.
Don't take that shot, I don't think. Oh,
Oh, the lights went out.
they just went out.
Ghost. Ah!
Hello, listeners. This is Yappy Hour, the podcast hosted by me and
Me.
I'm back, baby.
I'm so out of breath. I had to fucking run. Oh, somebody's got to take this shot because I can't drink that. It's gross. I'll pour it back in. It'll be fine. It's so gross. Wait,
someone's gonna cross that street.
it's gross, dude.
What is it? It's just strawberry
blackberry
lemonade.
lemonade.
In 20 seconds, I'll take it, and then you can have yours. Let me open.
The peach one was good. The classic was good.
Let's put these out here.
Wait,
It's
no,
weird that
because
strawberry
now.
lemonade's not good. 'cause
you
it
I don't
want-
sounds
like- do you want to
delicious.
try
Do
it?
you want berry blast? You want strawberry?
sure.
You
Want
want
to take a shot
Where's
of
that
it?
shot?
Here's the
Oh,
shot.
that's
try it.
blackberry.
Molly.
I don't want to drink out of that. I have
Look at how good-
chewing. That's kind of gross.
That's
Look at how
fair.
good
I
Molly's
appreciate
being.
you.
She
Molly
been
is
just a
such a sweetheart.
sweet angel.
Unplugs the camera.
That's tasty. You don't like that?
You're wrong. The peach was delicious. The classic was delicious.
I like that.
It's not bad.
Joshua?
I'll take the shot.
Okay. That's blackberry.
Give me the shot.
The blackberry's open. You want to try that?
You said you don't like it.
I don't. Do you want to try it, Jake?
This is blackberry?
Blackberry.
This smells good.
I'm all right.
It smells good.
I thought it was good. You
No,
didn't
this
like
is
it?
blackberry. You had strawberry.
I don't know if these other ones just like didn't have any
That
flavor.
That one's absolutely fire.
You like it?
Yeah, that one's good.
That's good too.
That one's fire. That one's actually better than the strawberry.
I just
That's so
these
good.
other ones just
Yeah.
like had zero flavor.
I'm unpausing
They
it.
were good, but it was fine.
Listeners, I don't know when Christian decided to come back in, but here we go. We have 20 seconds till next shot.
We're back in, boys.
So I doubled the Dune scream. I semitone pitched it down a couple of cents on one.
I do that
and sensed it up a
a couple
little
times
bit.
a week.
Anyway, these are truly unrulies.
Oh no, Erica's fucked.
They are 8%
And then
alcohol.
We have 15 to
And then
do.
I-
She's fucked.
I'm
We're
gonna be
Also
fucked.
put a
fucked.
wolf howl and a scary spooky sound and a Biden bass boom behind it.
Did we do?
A Biden bass boom. What's
That's
that?
what I heard too.
Minnesota.
Here's what sucks. I'm drunk. I closed my screen and I lost my spot.
You were talking about him, tiptoeing.
Yeah, he moved
like a cartoon
fast.
character.
He moved fast. I was so shocked that I stood there for some time staring at him. And then he started moving towards me again. He took giant, exaggerated, tiptoed steps as if he was a cartoon character sneaking up on someone.
Literally, if the Powerpuff Girls don't come save the day, I'm
Except-
gonna be so pissed.
Except he was moving very, very quickly.
Which one are you? We all know who she is.
Yeah, we are. This is crazy. We are the Powerpuff Girls. We're so Powerpuff
Wait,
Girl
okay,
coded.
but for real though, which one am I?
Christian's Bubbles.
I'm Bubbles, unfortunately.
You're the green one. I can't remember.
Buttercup.
Buttercup, and I'm Blossom.
Yeah, 100%.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute. Who am I? Mojo Jojo?
No, you're one of the powder puff.
You're Rabbit.
boys.
Hey, do a little research. You're Rabbit. You're Bunny.
You're one of the gangrene gang.
It's been
I
so
might get
long.
in
I
trouble
don't
for that
fucking
joke. I might get in trouble for that joke, guys. Editor, cut that one out.
What? For saying he's
Wait,
rabbit?
should I be
Bunny.
insulted?
Her name is Bunny.
Hey, do a little research when you get home.
Okay.
I'll Google it for you, Jake.
He moved towards me, except very, very quickly. I'd like to say at this point I ran away or pulled out my pepper spray or my cell phone or anything like that at all, but I didn't. I just stood there completely frozen as the smiling man crept toward me.
Is this the corduroy story?
And then, no, I didn't get to it. We'll read it on the bonus, maybe. 'Cause we're
What
never gonna
the
get to it.
Editor, please put rabbit on the screen.
Bunny!
And then
Bunny.
he stopped again.
Damn.
That's the only Powerpuff Girl.
We could have went to the. We
Girl?
could have done a rowdy rough boy.
That's just a puff girl.
Hey, Molly. Molly, you're in full screen now. Thank you.
I didn't do any of that. I just stood there completely frozen as the smiling man crept toward me. And then he stopped again about a car length away from me, still smiling his smile, still looking to the sky. When I finally found my voice, I blurted out the
guy.
first thing that came to my mind. Him. It's capital H him. What I meant to ask, what I blurted out the first thing that came to my mind. What I meant to ask was, "What the fuck do you want?" In an angry, what the fuck do you want? In an angry, commanding tone. What came out was a whimper of, "What the fuck?" Regardless,
This is you, man.
regardless of whether or not humans can smell fear, they can certainly hear it. I heard it in my own voice, and that only made me more afraid. But he didn't react to it at all. He stood there, still smiling. And then after what it felt like forever, he turned around and very slowly and started dance walking.
I swear I put what the hell back on this board.
Just
Dance
like that,
walking.
not
What
wanting
is
to
that?
turn my back
walk.
to him again. He just watched him go. It's so hard to read to this one. That's crazy. It does stop you.
It's like when you do the
I got
thing where-
CC'd.
soft CC.
I just watched him go until he was far enough away to almost be out of sight. And then I realized something. He wasn't moving away anymore, nor was he dancing. I was watching in horror as the distant shape of him grew larger and larger. He was coming back my way, and this time he was running. I ran too. I ran until I was off the side of the road and back onto a better lit road with sparse traffic. Looking behind me, and then he was nowhere to be found.
flock of seagulls.
The rest of the way home, I kept glancing over my shoulder, always expecting to see his stupid smile, but he was never there. I lived in the city for the next 6 months after that night, and I never went out on another walk. There's something about his face that always haunted me. He didn't look drunk. He didn't look high. He looked completely and utterly insane. And that's a very, very scary thing to see.
So scary.
Ooh. All right. Hey, we don't got enough time for the corduroy story, but we got two sentence
so
horror
was that
stories.
the other one? What was the other story?
The corduroy
Drink your shot.
jouster.
And then answer my question.
Corduroy jouster was the name of the other story. I said
Joust?
jester.
I was a jester.
I fucked up.
Erica
I'm fucked up.
is now going to read two sentence horror
Oh,
stories.
I'm doing it. Yes.
Here,
Which a lot of the
Here.
times talk
Yeah.
about
You
the
can just-
creature.
I have it sorted to just best of the year. So
I
you
hope
can
we
just-
get. I hope we get some the creatures in here.
Please, God, don't let it look in the
You
closet.
gotta click on it because
Erica, can I make a
Click
can I
on
make
what?
a referendum?
This is the story, and you gotta click on it so you get the second
There's no way
sentence.
that's the right word.
Stupid.
Erica, can I
What?
say when you read the story, pause for a second afterwards.
Okay.
That way we can maybe comment. And if no
Dog
comments
barking?
happen,
Yeah.
Aurora's getting home.
Oh, okay.
And then read the next one. So just give us a second, okay?
No.
You want me to give you like half shots?
Yeah, we don't listen to what Josh says.
What?
Whatever. Please, God, don't let it look in the closet. I silently prayed. Please, God, don't let it look at the closet. It parroted back from the next room.
Ah! That's so long.
I tucked my child into bed, and as I turned to leave, they said, Daddy, I think there's someone in my closet. When I opened the door to check, I only found an empty closet and a note pinned to the inside written in my handwriting, She isn't real.
Ah!
First of all,
Damn.
Molly just stopped barking. Second of all, huh? This
Yeah.
always happens. I'm
Or
too
that's
drunk to
yucky.
understand the stories.
That one's kind of deep.
Says, Daddy, I think there's somebody in my closet.
Yeah.
In the closet, it says she's not real.
The dad.
He
isn't
forgot
a dad.
to turn the TV on. He forgot. The dad's the dad. The daughter's not the daughter. He forgot to turn the TV on.
He doesn't actually have a daughter.
The daughter's
The
not
gardener.
real.
Lock the
garden.
door.
I poured my sister a cup of tea, comforting her as she
British.
cried about her recent miscarriage. Trigger warning, miscarriage. Editor.
Moon tea,
I
Game of Thrones.
I
House of
felt
Dragon.
shut the fuck up. I felt a little bit bad about what I had added to her tea the last time she was here, but she would have been pregnant at my wedding, and honestly,
It
she
was
should have
fucking
known
moon
better.
tea. Oh
It was
my
moon tea.
God,
How about you
dude.
shut the fuck
Oh,
up?
damn.
I was trying to not do spoilers.
Bullshit! You knew that was coming?
Yeah.
Two sentences, Josh.
You can read a sentence ahead. And
I can't. I absolutely can't.
The top
I
comment.
can barely read a word ahead.
Top comment says, "Am I the asshole for being mad that my sister got pregnant before my wedding?"
Okay.
Okay, yes.
Help me, I'm trapped! Cried the little girl through the freshly uncovered gaps in the rubble. Fuck that! Yelled the archaeologist as he hurriedly placed back the ancient tombstones.
I mean, can we be honest with ourselves real quick? An archaeologist would never. They're so fucking dumb. They're for sure heading. They're going headlong into that shit. They're like, oh, the Pharaoh's curse. What the fuck does that mean?
I'll say it. Indiana Jones was a low IQ individual. Yeah. Harrison Ford portrayed a stupid man.
Yeah.
The fortune teller said that drinking would be the end of me. So I focused on my health and quit alcohol forever. That's the first sentence.
Who imagine? Imagine quitting alcohol forever. Couldn't be me.
They didn't
Or
specifically
my
say
dad.
alcohol.
But
They said
just
drinking.
before I went
He
under
will
the
soon quit alcohol forever.
Yo,
Oh, damn.
so today we celebrate his birthday. His 50th birthday is next week. And my sister
50
called
more.
me. We had his birthday party today. And my sister called me and she's like, so did you get anything for dad for his birthday? And I was like, why? He's going to die. Like, he can't take it with him.
Blackjacks and hookers.
And she was like,
Okay,
okay, I was
okay.
thinking the same thing, but I didn't want to be the one to say it. Like,
What do you get a man who has everything and also will soon have nothing?
time.
I was like, what?
Is this a riddle?
All right, so the fortune teller, blah, blah, blah.
That's a great answer.
But just before I went under for a routine operation, I could smell the liquor on the anesthesiologist's breath as he asked me to count backwards from 10.
No.
What's the first, Erica? How many surgeries have you had? That you remember,
one.
That you remember, just the one.
Well, do you count wisdom teeth? Because I wasn't fully
If
under
you've
for
been
that.
under anesthesia,
One.
Christian,
3 times.
Jake.
0.
Really? I've been in one. How many seconds do you get from 10 before you?
I was 7 years old. I don't remember.
Was it
Brother?
your appendix?
It was.
I remember that.
I was about to say, do you remember?
I do.
The most recent one, they didn't give me a countdown from 10, but I was like, in my head, I'm like, I'm going to count down for 10. And they're like, deep breaths. And I went, 9, 8.
I remember when I had my surgery, when I donated bone marrow because I'm a better person than you.
I fucking forgot about that.
I
I
literally
remember
went.
that too.
They tell you count down from 10, and they were like, I was like 10.
Yeah, dude.
Wait, did you ever meet the guy that got your bone marrow?
They shared. So like he requested that when he turned 18, because they don't let you do it before they turn 18.
I guess you don't have to keep doing mine.
He was
That's
13
cute, though.
when I donated bone marrow. He had some sort of blasteosarcoma. And when he turned 18, he requested to get my information. I said yes. And we got each other's like emails, but he never, and like our names and everything, but he never reached out.
He
he
saw that your
listen to
name
the
was Josh. He was
podcast?
like, ugh.
So they get like part of your genetics, right? When you do that?
When you donate bone marrow, they get your immune system, which sucks for that kid.
And they get
Better
your
than
blood
being
type.
dead, but holy fuck, do I have
Yeah.
a bad immune system?
I'm a sickly boy.
I
Do you think his ass got fatter?
He got a free BBL out of it.
But yeah, they get your blood type and they get your full like immune system because you make your immune system in your bone marrow.
Ugh.
I would do half shots because
I am doing half shots. Quit talking to me.
And it was when we had the podcast, and I wonder if the person like Googled my name and saw I had a podcast and didn't like it.
Could be.
I
Oh
could
my
reach
god.
out. I'll reach
what
out.
if they're like Republicans?
They're from. a
I take it back.
state- They're from a state that it wouldn't surprise me, but also I'm glad they're alive.
Sure.
But it
Oh, good guy Josh.
well, it's like. I mean, fuck. I mean, 13 years old gets blasteosarcoma. Like,
Yeah.
that dude had a bad life.
Bad hand, right?
I don't blame any of their, like, you know, like, they had a bad.
We should have
Yeah.
given him your bone marrow and blackjack and hookers. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. That was like 2021, I think, when they reached out.
When they didn't reach
When
out.
they didn't reach out. When we.
But you did that in college.
No.
No,
Right after.
It was.
He
when
lived
you
it
were
with
living.
us. With us.
2017.
I was still in college.
Did you sign up
This
for it
old
in
bitch
college?
was.
I signed up for it when I went to community college, yeah. Because I
I
always.
always remember you. I thought you did it while we were at our college.
No, I always donated blood when we went to North Central.
We're-
Who cares?
You didn't just donate blood. You donated plasma, right?
That's what
That's
it
right.
was.
Yeah.
The plasma donation.
you
always
did
did.
doubles.
Well, I did double.
What's the chance of matching? 1 in 1,000,
Oh,
right?
it's so slim.
Because it's weird that we lived in the same house and we both got matched.
Yeah. But
But
your guy
yours
died.
My guy
Died.
died.
But he was
R.I.P.
like
a real
80
one.
something.
Yeah, he was old as shit.
Was it your fault?
No, he was just too old to even get the surgery.
The thing is, when you donate,
Bad blood.
when you have to donate bone marrow,
Taylor
like
Swift.
they, what?
Isn't
That was
bad?
like a
Bad
whole.
blood.
That was a
Bad
whole
blood, okay.
campaign for like Be the Match, which is like a big bone marrow donator registry situation. They used that song as like a whole campaign thing. I was in-
up.
Yeah. Well, it was like I got bad blood, baby.
Because
You could be the match.
You got bad blood.
No.
Maybe you could be the match, hon.
Nope.
Honestly, that would have been better.
I don't think so.
I don't remember. Anyway, I did that in college. I was the recruiter that was like, "Hey, you should donate your bone marrow."
On our TikTok, if you click the donate page, it links to Be the Match registry.
Oh yeah,
We've had one person donate, I think.
That's
that's so nice of you. Thank you.
I will say, so like when somebody is receiving a bone marrow transplant, they have to go on like intense chemotherapy to a point to where it completely kills all of their immune system, all of their bone marrow. That way, when you put in the new bone marrow, it accepts the donation. So it's like a really serious thing, and a lot of people will die while they're going through this. It's an insanely
It's very intense.
Okay,
ditch
this
effort.
is spooky.
Let's get one last 2-sentence horror story in the last minute of our power hour.
This one flew by. I can tell we're drunk. This doesn't feel as rough as it
Glad I
right.
didn't get
Well, that was
super
spicy.
uncomfortable like last year.
Yeah. Bush Light, did you change up your formula?
I think for me, it's the ceramic shot glass. Makes a difference.
I don't know if I drank. I don't know if I've drank Busch Light since the last power hour. Erica, one last quick 2 sentence.
You want me to read it for you?
You're crying.
Is that like
I'm drinking beer and you're crying.
I almost threw up? Not because I'm drunk.
I'll read the last one for her because
Thank
I'm a
you.
good husband.
I almost threw up because it's.
You got 9 seconds.
After
Talk
waking
over
up in
her.
a bathtub full of ice, a missing kidney, I obviously reported it to the police. The board officer told me that no crime had been committed. Since involuntary organ retrieval was covered under the Netflix EULA I had. Of course, I read and agreed to.
That's disgusting.
What just happened?
I don't know. I'm still recovering.
Erica, pretend.
What happened? Oh no,
just
I
a
got it. I
pretend
got
one.
it.
How did we go? I don't understand that story.
Still a half.
Regurgitate it. We're not done with the cheers yet.
I think it's based off of the Disney thing where he agreed to the.
Again?
I think that's the end user license agreement. The
UELA, yeah.
EU.
EULA.
And so they got their kidney removed, but it's like you agreed to the terms and services, and it kind of just happened to Disney recently. Did you hear about this?
The guy who died
Have you
in
seen
the
this? Have you heard
parks.
about this?
Yes, Jay Leno. The guy who died, or it's like his wife died. in the park.
They had an allergic reaction to the food that they asked, "Hey, is there any allergens in this food?" And they're like, "Nah, there's no allergens."
But
in this
because they
food.
signed up for Disney Plus,
they
got
signed up
fucked.
to they signed up to a fucking trial of Disney Plus.
Oh, that's
Like
Yeah, but if you
years
don't
before.
cancel it,
Yeah. They signed up to a trial and hey, you agreed to the terms and service where it says like anything that happens
never-
at Disney, you can't sue us ever. And it's like even Disney's lawyers were, I think as one lawyer that's like, let's try this, and then everybody else is like,
wait,
you fucked us. This is a real story.
this is real?
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Not the
something
kidney.
happened at Disney, and because they
They agreed to the
subscribed to Disney
streaming
Plus.
yeah.
They weren't affording any money.
Yeah.
They've gone back on it, but it went all the way up to like the point of
That's
trial.
fucking insane.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Hey, Judgies listeners, thanks for listening to this year's Power Hour. Erica, I mean, were you powering through the whole time?
I started doing half shots toward the end.
That's
Once you got the
Commendable.
the truly unrulies.
now, Jake. I did ask you before. We always do an over under on how many shots Erica's gonna do.
Oh, you fuckers.
How many did you say? Well, but first off, how many do you think you did roughly?
As soon as I got the truly unrulies, it was half shots.
When that was like shot like 37-ish? No,
Something.
it's 43, I believe, when I paused
Yeah,
it.
it was at 40s.
So 43, 17 divided by 2 is, we'll say 8.5. So we'll do 9. So 52. Jake, what did you say over under? I set the over under at 51.5.
I was going to say over, under. I said over. I had faith.
Okay.
I had the
Christian?
under on it.
Of course you did. You
I
always
had-
underestimate me.
I had a push, which is an insane bet,
What does that mean?
that you did 52.5 shots.
But she did switch to half, so you almost got it this year.
And can I also applaud Jake and Christian for the wonderful improv, because that was all made up. Hey, I'm glad we all came together. And
Just a
fucked-
couple of guys
I
being dudes.
hate all of you.
Erica, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I think this is our best Halloween Power Hour yet.
This was. I don't.
We didn't get crazy off the rails. That was kind of...
Except
was-
we're gonna
was
get
that
fucking
listenable?
copyright.
It felt listenable.
the first list, we will be copyrighted.
We are gonna get copyrighted. That
Although,
sucks.
I have to delete the listenable episode.
I'm gonna have to blur all the cans, dude.
I feel like we didn't get unlistenable until like minute 58.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
is pretty good.
That's crazy.
Also, this
We're just
ding.
riffing.
This ding was
Yeah.
the best ding by far.
Yeah,
Not that actually.
What sting?
I love that.
The ding.
The goosebumps. Oh, the
the
ding.
Oh, the power hour.
I thought she said sting.
I heard sting twice.
From WWF.
From WWE left.
Does that sting?
That's 2 years
That
in a row we've
stings.
talked about wrestling.
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, you called him Jake the Snake. How are we not talking about wrestling?
Jake the Snake Barada. Damn.
Thank you, Judgies listeners, and we're gonna do another hour reading listener submitted stories. We're not gonna do more shots, but we will be drinking beer.
Hey, speak for yourself, brother.
Is this the first Halloween episode we didn't have any fantasy football talk?
Yeah,
Whoa.
so Jake and I went to dinner and we talked football for like an hour, so we got all of our stuff.
Damn. Talk
Okay.
shop.
You guys.
First of all,
Talk shop.
rude that you didn't invite us.
I asked him
I'm-
too.
no,
When I pulled in the
we were
parking
very
lot.
busy today. However,
Pause.
still should have been
Everybody,
invited.
pause for a second.
Yeah.
I on the way to hang out with before hanging out with the coolest session that I've ever had.
Ever?
Sucks to
That's
hear.
pretty fucked.
This sucks to hear.
Yeah, my hands are cold.
Extremely cold hands. What are you, benching Stark?
Holding beers. Not confirmed.
Such an in the weeds joke for Game of Thrones fans.
Yes, it is.
Cold hands not confirmed. Benjamin Stark.
Book readers will know.
And bookers are they're gonna lose their shit over this one.
So in the weeds.
Where's my song of Ice and Fire heads at?
That is so my comedy, which is the most in the weeds thing. How many times can I say in the weeds?
In the weeds, in the weeds, in the weeds, in the weeds, in the weeds. in the
Okay,
weeds,
that-
in the
you're
weeds, in
breaking the
weeds, in
over-under
weeds,
for
in the
sure.
weeds, in the weeds, in the weeds, in the weeds.
I had the over.
Jake's hammering the over. Over at Bet MGM, not sponsored.
Yikes.
Gambling problem. Call 1-800.
So we went to dinner. Before we were going to hang out, because I was doing a bunch of pre-production and I did get pregnant. I will be taking Plan B,
Wish it was me.
which is you
I said, wish it was.
taking Plan B.
What the?
No.
You don't wish you had a kid?
Have we told that story?
Pause a second. We'll tell in the bonus episode because
Okay.
we do need to end this.
Yeah, we really gotta get out.
I was listening to last year's episode, and you guys got pissed that we didn't invite you to dinner, but also you weren't available. I assumed you weren't
Shocker.
No,
available.
last year I brought.
Yeah.
That's right.
Bleeped.
Bleep.
Yes, sorry. I always forget.
You do forget because you're not a podcaster like us.
That's right. I'm
You
just a-
piece of
I'm
shit.
just a carpenter.
And you, I'm
Wait, do you work for Jack him off?
So
I
was
am him. Holy
Jesus.
shit. And you guys got pissed we didn't invite you to dinner.
Yeah,
I
because you
assu-
never invite us to dinner.
I did assume
You make an ass
Ass out of you and
me. Options. What did you say?
that you guys weren't available, but also I just like to hang out with Jake.
You can
Catch
do
up.
that. You can do that, but also
Like
invite
old
us.
times.
And you guys would have not wanted to come to dinner because it was very slow, very stinky in there.
Can
It
we
was all football talk, baby.
It was
Let's-
all football talk.
can we wrap this up? I have to piss so bad.
Let's head on over to the.
Thank you, listeners. I hope you enjoyed it. May your phone screens chip and shatter. We love you, fuckers. I gotta piss. I'm gonna piss my pants. Erica, where can they find us?
On the internet! Wherever you're at, we're there too. The handle is at Judgies Pod, JUDGIS Pod.
See you next year.
Josh, you say something?
Love you.
Hot
Look at that.
Spit on
booty.
that thing. Haley Welch, if you listen, come on the show.
Come join us.
Awesome.
They're not all like
I'll be
this.
your live audience.
I don't know if it's awesome. I don't know if Haley Welch is awesome.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know that was her real name. I don't even know who the fuck this fucking
I'm
girl is.
I'm the biggest Haley Welch fan.
Sorry, Haley. I don't know who you are.